Welcome to another Chips and Salsa show with your amigos in salsa. I'm George Ortiz with here with our guest host. We have Alice Lara,
Hola, get my guac on.
and we have our guest host Agi
Hello,
Martin,
good to be back.
and our other guest host Loops.
How's it going? This is Oops.
Um, we'd like to first of all thank Monica Lara for our logo that's prevalent on all our Facebook materials. And we're going to get a new logo coming up. It's in fact it's already in the presses as we speak, so it's coming. David Beasley, we thank him for the musica that we get every week, and we also thank our technical director, the owner of Central City Radio, Julian Allison, and he's very good at what he does, and he's very good at. We thank him for all of his help. Uh, Also, we have the Divine Dion on social media and Facebook, and my wife. We have
She's
also
a divine wife also.
who? Oh,
She's
Dion.
a divine wife.
She's my she's divine as they come. And we have our associate producer on Twitter and mega producer. Oh well, no, associate producer. Secret. And you can catch us on YouTube by going to uh,
Sonia,
Sonia,
Salsa S.
Sonia Salsa S.
And it's not like Sonia Salsa S, like in Spanish. S.
S.
The letter S.
The letter S. Sonia Salsa S. And you
Was
can watch
Sonia
us.
Salsa taken?
And
Yeah.
we're live now on YouTube, so you can catch us on YouTube. We'd like to also mention our other host doesn't do Saturdays with us, but he's our host by all means, Martin Gonzalez. You will see him on Fridays when we're on our other show, which Alice will talk about that.
Alice will talk about
The new show. We'll also be here, so we'll have two shows going on: the Saturday show and the Friday show. And the Friday show's on.
Friday show's going to be on KFNX 1100 AM. You can listen actually online, but even if you are in your car here in the Phoenix area to a terrestrial net, that's an AM to 1100 AM. So we're really excited about that. We've got a great lineup. Should we talk about that? We're going to talk a little bit more about that later. Who's actually going to be on the show? We have great guests, including we confirmed Sheriff Joe Arpaio, former state senator Russell Pierce, who's famous for the SB 1070 still. Oh, and just confirmed, George, AZGOP Chairman Robert Graham will be with us.
Robert Graham. I mean,
Rockin'
we're having a rock'em show that day. So.
And hopefully we've got Bruce coming in and Audrey coming in.
Yeah. It's gonna be like a party, and it's a lot. And people could call in. We have some lines that we're gonna give you a little later today. The lines to call in. There's 4 lines that are being dedicated to all our fans out there, people that want to talk about the immigration issue, about the Trump issue. I know Sheriff Joe is glad to talk about both, and whatever other issues you want to talk about. So we'll be having online phones. And
hey, should we do the felicidades?
yes, and then we have a birthdays shout out to Tyrena.
Come on.
My daughter-in-law, my new daughter-in-law.
George, you hadn't done a Georgism in a long time. Thanks.
It was
Thanks.
due.
George. Are we ready to do that?
Yeah.
I'm so excited. This is the first time that I've ever done this.
Which version are we going with?
We're doing the
The simple version?
Okay.
Ready? One,
dos, tres.
Felicidades a ti, felicidades a ti, felicidades Irina, que los cumplas feliz.
Wow.
Oh, you guys rock it.
Feliz cumpleaños, Tarina.
Oh, very nice. Sorry to screw that up.
Okay, we wanted to.
One, two.
We do.
If you're not ready, Julian, we'll give you a heads up. We've got some music for One True, who is our really special sponsor.
We could do it in the second segment.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we'll do it in the second segment. That'll give you time to put it in. Of course, our our sponsors are One Truth and Vet Ads, and One Truth, we will play some of their music in our second segment. We'll just get it all wound up there and have it ready to go.
Lots of business to take care of. Good job, George.
On the Facebook topic,
Our Facebook topic, we were going to ask about Trump. Many of you know, unless you've been under a rock this week or something, but the journalist, Univision journalist Jorge Ramos, wanted to ask Trump a question, and Trump said, "Sit down." Isn't that what he said? Sit down.
Said that a lot.
He said that a lot, yeah. And the way that I saw it, it was not his turn, and Trump was in the press conference and said, "It's not your turn. You cannot speak." Jorge was insisting that he had a right to because he was a reporter and got thrown out of the room, and he did bring him back in. Anyway, but what we want to ask on Facebook is, do you think was that just a political stunt? No. You know what? That's not our Facebook question. It's not a Facebook question. That was about Cruz and stuff.
right, it was going to be about the rally.
Yeah.
Our Facebook
See
question
what happens
is,
when we both forget?
I know, it's our age. The Facebook question for all our listeners out there is, Trump and Cruz have teamed up to do a rally against Iran, a rally against the deal with Iran, and it's going to be in Washington. And we're going to sign. We're going to wait till segment 2, and we'll talk a little bit more about this on segment 2. But we're running out of our time right now before a commercial. But the Facebook question is: do you agree with this? You think it's a good idea to have 2 candidates for president to have a rally in Washington D.C. Regarding the Iran thing?
Patriotic, or was it a campaign stunt? But don't go away. We got lots to talk about here with me, Alice Lotta, George, Augie, and Loops. Stay tuned for more of the Chips and Salsa show. I think we just made it like this.
Really quick.
I'm sorry. I was sorry to say we're still live on YouTube.
Yeah, we're always live on YouTube.
Well,
I didn't
don't say
write
any
down the
controversial
Facebook
words.
question, my bad.
Martin,
So then when you forgot, I started talking about
Well, when you started talking about that,
Let's just put it right on.
I figured it was okay.
So,
It's all good.
So,
It's all good.
Well,
what's
that's
your
okay.
name? How are you?
That's all right. It's live radio.
I have, at least I had the numbers for, I must have forgot it at home, the numbers to call in on the other station. What we'll do is we'll just tell them that,
It's not on that thing.
I don't think so.
Visit discovertheforce.org.
There should just be one number.
Moms of America, stand up and stop taking
No, this is about posting.
I'm Janet Lehman, co-creator of the Total
We'll just tell them we're going to put it on Facebook.
We created the Total
We'll blast
Transformation
it
to
out
help
to
parents with difficult child
I don't have
behavior.
the number.
Now, I'm
Do
giving
you mean
a
the calling
free
number? Is that what you're
Yeah.
talking about?
details,
I have it with me.
98441.
Well, we can't really do it till Friday.
84441.
We're gonna get a setup here usually where they can call in. Maybe just have one line, because we did it once before. There's a certain.
It was, yeah. We should be able to do this one, but it was through Ben's thing. So there should be a way to do it here.
That's what I mean. We just figure it out over the next couple of weeks and stuff.
Yeah.
the live kind of have on YouTube
It worked pretty good that one day.
to also
Oh, yeah.
get a lot of information as we wait.
So were you off?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Because if you're watching YouTube, it's a lot of.
Technically still
You
are.
can go and you can say hi.
Running off of Windows Media right now.
So
So it's on the air.
yeah, that's weird.
But sometimes
It was off the air almost all day. I had no idea.
You didn't find out till
It's basically about 4 o'clock.
Right, it's just
Right before I
awkward.
got here.
Kind of hopping back here. Not live.
it's not fresh. Then you come back
Really
and talk about it, it's
frustrating
not
right
fresh.
now.
I know what you must be going through. You want to pull out what little hair you have on your head.
Basically. Like on my cheek now.
All right.
Okay,
Martin
so-
says, "Hey guys, you are having really bad audio problems. Sound is skipping at 610. I'm listening on the Central City Radio app. Okay, I will tell
You will stop any harassing phone calls, stop any wage
And
fraud,
Mark just
and
says,
even remove any taxes.
Martin said
No
that.
matter how much you owe or how far behind you are with payments, call our established direct student aid
what did he say? How does it
right
sound?
now.
Tuning out.
We can fix your student loan problems.
He says
guaranteed.
really bad
That's
audio
right.
problems
We
sound
guarantee you will
skipping.
get your student loan out of
Not on the
default and
YouTube.
cut your payments right away.
He's listening on
We
the
help
app.
thousands of people just like you fix their student loans.
Central City app.
Best of all, it's 100% guaranteed. Don't go another day with your loans behind
We
going
should,
default. Our specialists are waiting for your
listen on
call.
YouTube,
Call
too.
866-855-6516.
Yeah, tell me, see what YouTube, how it sounds on YouTube.
855-6516. Again, call 866-855-6516.
So we can tell them to
That's
switch. Well, no, we want them to stay on that app too, because
Alright, stand by.
okay. Now let's bring it in.
I may not agree with what you say. I'll defend to the death your right to say it.
Got better hair than today, Audrey.
Man.
Got better hair than today.
Chips and Salsa Show. Thanks for listening to Chips and Salsa Show. Chips and Salsa there. I don't know if you're hearing it. Just to tell our audience, we've been having a little bit of technical problems this evening, so please bear with us. Julie's doing the best we have. I think we found out, there's some conservatives in here, so maybe they're after us. Is that what you think? I'm Alice Lada here. We're here every Saturday night, broadcasting live from Central City Radio. And we have Mr. Joe Support doing our technical stuff. He's the owner of the station. Thank you so much. We also have Loops in here.
How's it going? Thank you.
Oh, very nice. And we also have Augie with us tonight.
Still here.
And
Alacran. Yes. We've got a great show in store for tonight. Last week we actually had Augie on CB2. We didn't really get a chance to talk very much tonight. So we thought we'd take this next segment and speak a little bit about them. Augie has kind of something to talk about with the Flynn Foundation. No papers away. So tell us a little about what you are doing now.
Yeah. No, you're referring to the Flynn Brown Leadership Academy, which they have been hosting for the last, not 8 years, but this is the 8th iteration. And they bring together, this year it's 33 community leaders, and they have 12 full-day workshops where they have discussions, introduce us to different people in different industries, some legislators, some business leaders, with the idea that all these 33 people are either going to run for some sort of public office or be on a board or commission or give back to the community in some way. So they're investing in, aspiring community leaders. And I was fortunate to be selected as one of the 33 for this year.
Congratulations.
So, yes.
And just for a little background, anyone that doesn't know Augie actually did run for office, ran for state representative in Arizona, right?
State senator in
State
2012
senator, excuse me.
in Legislative District 24.
Very nice.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. So this is obviously want to run for office again. So I'm just
Yes. Waiting, figuring out. So I hope maybe this will give some clarity as to what's next.
I'll vote for you, Augie.
Thanks, Jorge. You're the best.
And
I'll second the motion.
and then our buddy Loops here, it's actually Guadalupe, but we have permission to call her Loops because now we're her buddies, right?
Yep.
She is from California. We're trying to get her to stay in Arizona. She's kind of a wonder right now.
Well,
she is a
weather is great.
It's going to cool down, I keep telling you.
And all our fans and the people that listen to us are welcome to call her Loops because she prefers to be called Loops, and she's a great lady.
Thank you. Thank you for having me again.
So now that you've been here, what, a few weeks?
Actually, today will be 6 weeks.
6 weeks, and she's still here.
Yes, and I would say that the weather seems to be getting a little better, and it's a little cooler. Cooler, what? 90s?
Yeah.
If you could put up with the next month, you're gonna be very happy with what you see coming.
I have to ask you, so you've been here 6 weeks, and I know that you visited before. What's different here politically in Arizona versus your San Diego area, California?
Well, I definitely can see that there's a lot of energy. I see it a lot more because maybe because I just joined the club and I wanted to definitely feel like a part of Phoenician, right? How do you call it? Each other? Phoenician. This is so a little difficult. Sorry, pardon me here.
officers going.
Okay. And so by joining the club, I'm able to get, my feet wet, as to the political issues in the area and what's going on. So I'm kind of new to getting back into the politics, and I'm excited to learn and to see what's going on with the community. I would say that in a couple of weeks, maybe I can compare some things, but I'm excited to be here and learn what's going on and learn the major topics and how we can go ahead and solve some of these things in the chips and salsa show.
And
Maybe
on the Chicken Salsa show. No, we're very lucky to have you as a guest. And this segment, we want to talk a little bit about the Trump thing that I kind of introduced already. What's your take on that? You're a Trump gal. You're not a Trump gal.
no, I don't know if it's the hair, but I know that delivery is very important. And I know that he delivers a certain way in the speeches and his talk, but respect, I don't know if he's either lost my respect because I'm Latina and he seems to attack or has labeled a social group of Latinos. And this whole immigration issue it has, again, it's a melting pot of immigrants. We're not just the Latinos or Mexicans. So
Don't you think that he was really addressing in the comments that you're referring to more on the legal? I don't put myself in that the illegal immigration population.
absolutely, I understand that we do have a problem with the illegal immigrations, right? But as human beings, he's almost attacking the credibility of the Latino. And I'm seeing it in that valley. And so, I just need to, get either an insight as to, what his views are a little bit further. But I believe that he's just, in my view, he's attacking the credibility of the Hispanic.
I don't see it that way. I mean, I find Trump refreshing in a way that he says things that most politicians won't say. I'm not really, he's not one of my top choices for president, but I do like that he's in the discussion, and I think he holds other candidates for them to articulate what it is they really believe and why they believe it. And I don't find, he has made some comments that are not politically correct and I think could be interpreted as being against the Mexican community in particular. But I think at the end of the day, he's looking for a solution that will work and to try to articulate a problem that does exist.
I agree. I agree in that area as well too. I mean, I think he's a powerful man. He's a very influential man. He's done a lot of good things. And I find that respect. But as far as leadership goes, I'm not sure how much he knows about running. He may run his companies a certain way, and I don't know if he has that idea of thinking that he can run America the way he runs his companies. So I think we're going to have some yays and nays on those things, and let's just kind of continue seeing what's going on.
I agree with that. And I was down when Trump was in town. I went to the Phoenix Convention Center, and at one point he said he was talking about getting Ford to bring jobs back to the United States. And at one point his solution was to impose a ridiculous tariff on if they were going to keep jobs down in Mexico.
Absolutely.
And I'm like, well, what is that realistic? Like, can you just make these threats, and will that result in what you want it to? And I don't know, but sometimes at least the discussion is there. Maybe it would be a good solution. For me, I kind of think I'm like, yeah, that might be a little too much. If you go around and starting threatening people with these tariffs, what are they going to do back to us?
And I like, for me, he's not in my top tier either at this point. However, if it was down to him and the Democrat, I don't see any Democrat that I'd vote for. I think we have to vote for him.
I mean, if it's Trump versus Hillary Clinton,
Oh, definitely.
Trump all day long.
Oh, yeah,
But
absolutely.
I mean, I think that Trump will fade a little bit as we move forward.
You and I talked about it.
Yes,
It's still early.
I think he's going to keep his numbers will probably stay the same, but I think as others drop off, more supporters will go to Bush or Rubio or Walker. And I think their numbers are going to get higher.
And I want to ask both of you because George and I are the seniors here, and you guys are the juniors.
Oh,
the junior, because you're a little younger.
Well, maybe just a little while ago I was knitting.
No, that's true. You were knitting. She took a break from her knitting. But one of the things, the Republican Party is just, we're a conservative party, yes, but so quiet. And this guy has made us look a little bolder and a little stronger, I think, for that reason. And we kind of just always have kept to ourselves. And some people are very uncomfortable with that. I don't think that some of the establishments just say, oh, you shouldn't be that way. but I think that it's giving us a little prominence.
I agree on that. I saw a clip on YouTube. I'm not sure if you guys got a chance to see it, but this is Mexican American gal, and she's talking about Trump and what had happened, and you know this is actually making us as Latino the community and number one, and immigrants in general, to now step up to the plate, get your votes ready, and go out and vote because that's definitely going to make a difference. This election is going to be you would say a shout out for everyone to really step up to the plate.
Because I think what he's doing too is he's bringing all the issues that some of the politicians are afraid to talk about. He's bringing them to the forefront. The Iran thing that he's going with Cruz to the rally in Washington D.C. against Iran and the deal with Iran. Cruz was the only one, is outspoken about it, but now Trump is bringing it more to the out. People are paying attention. Immigration, people are paying attention. All the candidates are talking about. What was the other one that he spoke about? This is one of the other issues he was talking
His
about.
toupee.
His toupee.
Right.
He actually had a girl
Right.
at one of the rallies come up and touch his hair to see if it was real, and
You can't
Those
fake
kind of-
that, toupee.
when he was at that rally that Saturday, and I saw him at that rally, that was one thing I was looking at was his hair. I just kept, cause I was behind him, and I kept looking and just kind of, you just want to see if it's real.
No, so I kind of wonder, are they really there to hear him say what he has to say, or just kind of say, is that real?
And are we really here what we have to say? So please stay tuned because we're going to be back with some more of the Chips and Salsa Show with another Latino presidential candidate you may not know about. Just say it again.
Okay.
I mean, at this point, if it is a toupee, then his candidacy is over. I mean, for him to have come out and so
Is there
definitively
a way
said,
to bring one truth?
Can you imagine?
You know what? I almost
that too hard?
feel, and the other day I was thinking, well, he's kind of like David and Goliath. That's his hair that keeps him strong.
That would have been good to see.
Pretty
there.
amazing.
speaking of hair,
Well,
right before
a little
the
less than
segment,
3
she
minutes.
said her
Well,
hair
about 2.5.
is better than mine today.
Nah.
You mean the curls are coming out right?
I don't know what you
Hey,
meant.
George, you want one true
No,
coming up,
trimmed.
coming
Seems
in?
like the hair's shorter.
No.
No.
Really?
Alice, do we have enough time for one truth?
For what?
Yeah, we could bring it in.
Okay, yeah. We'll just make it real quick. Just
Do you want to do that or do it in the last one? Whatever you think.
To talk about what?
Well, I got it on there. Let me know.
Okay, let's just do that. Let's think.
do the last one.
Want to do the last one?
Yeah.
Okay. Just don't forget to do it.
What are they talking about?
Or one true commercial.
Ah. So am I bringing this next segment in?
Yes, sir.
Can I talk in an accent?
This is segment 3. We still have segment 4.
Please come back.
You want to do to pick
bring
up a
one
little bit
truth.
off the Australian
Yeah.
accent there?
I don't think I could do an Australian accent.
All the Aussies
How do
there.
they talk?
I have that tape, but
Welcome back, Nate.
they sent me another
Hey, Nate.
copy of
Hi,
it.
Mike.
Hey, Nate.
The one I gave
Hi,
to that
Mike.
DJ that was.
I think whatever accent I would try would
Oh,
probably be a
okay.
combination of them.
My dad, my dad.
That's this one here.
Argentina and Australian.
one.
Yeah, it has films, them filming, it shows a film of
Interesting mix of
the show. I just got it yesterday in the mail.
It's
Oh,
really
okay.
cute.
Yeah, so but I don't know who that DJ was.
I'm still trying to remember who you're talking about. I don't remember. I kind of vaguely remember someone else dealing with it, but I don't
It was in
remember.
the meeting there, then he came and he sat down. He was actually in this chair. He said he's one of the big guys in the DJ
When I go back
world or
to
something. He's like the, I don't know, the
You're
organizer
back
or
home
something.
now, aren't you?
Some big guy in the DJ.
DJ World.
Yeah, because you were having a meeting with the DJs. And I guess you had just finished it. And he came in, he sat down there on your chair, and he was saying that
Yeah,
he's
the South. Like just,
so-and-so.
whenever I go to the South, I always
That's why
go
I
back
gave him
to
the
this
tape. And I
kinda
said,
twang.
maybe you'll play something, you'll listen to
I'm
it.
like, what? Where did that come from?
I don't know
Like,
if
hey,
you
y'all.
did, but
You probably did.
yeah.
And I don't even remember who it was, George.
Where am I jit?
I wish I could play the banjo. That would be great.
But I know it was some big shot in the DJ.
He was a big shot.
Yeah.
He might have looked like a big shot.
Oh, no,
Banjo
they
Martin.
introduced him as, I think you said that he was,
I want your booze.
I want to
Give it
sing
to
La
me
Bamba
now.
now.
Started
Never mind.
La bamba.
It doesn't ring a bell.
Never mind. Remember the show, The Hee Haw?
All right, stand by, stand by. I don't know what that.
Where's Caesar?
time's left, but stand by.
Caesar's not here. Come on in, Caesar.
Welcome back to the Chips and Salsa show. We are here with the Amigas and Salsa, Alice
Hola.
and Loops
Hola.
and Jorge.
Hola.
And we have with us now a special guest, a Republican candidate for President of the United States. And believe it or not, actually there are more than 17 candidates in the Republican Party running for President of the United States. And we have with us tonight one of them, Cesar Cisneros. Welcome, Cesar.
Welcome, Caesar.
Welcome, Caesar.
Thank you.
Hail Caesar.
And
Thank
this,
you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
from the report, Cesar, I hear this is actually the second time that you've run for President of the United States. And that last election you were able to garner some votes
Yeah.
at a national level.
Right. Yes. 2012, I ran for president. And it takes a lot of money. Okay. It takes a lot of money and a lot of effort, and a lot of work to run for president. That's right. That's
Caesar,
right.
how
That's
much
right.
money
That's
did
why
you
I'm
raise?
here. That's why I'm here. And not much. Not very much. Yeah. That's why I'm here.
Did you have to file? Did you have to file the campaign finance reports,
Oh yeah. Yeah. You got to do that every 3 months.
regardless of what you make?
Oh yeah, you have to. You have to do that. But got a little surprise for you today.
Well, awesome.
You do?
Yeah, got a little surprise. Right now, I'm officially announcing my candidacy for president of the United States of America. Here on your show. How's that?
Wow.
We have a first.
Wow, that's amazing.
So you filed your
Congratulations.
papers, you're official now?
Yeah, I'm official. Yeah, I'm official.
And this is the first announcement.
Yeah, this is the first official. Yeah. Okay.
So you are the third Latino Republican running for president, right? That I know of.
Right. Yeah, it's with these people running for president, like Mr. Trump, Hillary, it's sure a lot of people are, they haven't seen nothing like this before, like Mr. Trump. I mean, anyway, let's not talk about Mr. Trump right now.
Let's talk about Cesar Cisneros.
Cesar Cisneros.
Why is Cesar Cisneros running for president of the United States?
Okay, well, first, the last time I was here, we talked about national security. Okay, national security, we took care of that, but the anchor babies, the dreamers, okay. When I'm president, the anchor babies, they're born here, but because they're born to illegal parents. When the Constitution says anybody who's born here in America is a citizen of the United States. Okay? So that's where Mr. Trump's got it wrong. Okay? Remember, this is a nation of laws, right? We have to obey the laws.
But you might have that wrong too, because that's not the way the amendment reads.
Okay. Well, that's what I read in the Constitution.
But that's not the way it reads. So.
Okay. Well, anyway, anybody who's born here in America.
See, what they say is anybody born here from a U.S. citizen, that's a U.S. citizen that has a child that's born here, not an immigrant that comes to the United States who has a child. The Constitution, people have taken and twisted it, and that's what Mr. Trump is saying.
Okay. Well, when I'm president, those who are born here from illegal parents are going to be American citizens. Okay? They're going to stay here, regardless of what Mr. Trump says. When I'm president, they're going to be American citizens.
I like that.
Okay? And also the dreamers who are born here, they were brought here when they were young, when they were children, with their illegal parents brought them here by force. They had to come with the parents. They will also have a chance to become American citizens. They will not be kicked out. Okay? And those who are here, 11 or 20 million illegals that are here, when I'm president, they will not be deported. Okay? They are here. It's impossible to kick them out, deport them, because that's inhumane. We're not America. America's not like that.
Okay, I've got to interrupt you.
Yeah.
11 or 20 million that are illegally residing here.
Mm-hmm.
You will not deport them.
They will not be deported.
What about those who have committed other crimes other than the crime of being illegal?
Those criminals that are there are some are criminals, illegals. Those will be deported. Okay. Yeah. Those, but the
So you're not going to recognize their illegality as a crime.
Coming
It's
across
going to be hard on you because these are questions.
yeah. If they come across the border, if they're not criminals, well, they're staying here. They will not be deported. Those are good people.
Wouldn't you fear that would be an invitation for more people? Wow. Okay, I'm going to go there. And if you do that in your campaign speech, wouldn't that be seen possibly as an invitation for people to come across the border?
Well, when I'm president, they will not cross the border anymore.
I think
That's going to be it. They're not coming across the border.
Well, that's a good question.
We're gonna, yeah. I know how to do it. Nobody will come across the border.
Show it.
But so if they do, like, what I mean, are you looking at it? Is it just the people that are already here that you would allow them to stay?
Yeah, those.
So like moving forward, like once your presidency begins, you say no one gets through. But let's say they do come, are you still going to let them stay as well?
No, when I'm president, I know how to do it. Nobody will come across the border. We got a good way to do it.
But if they do, would they then be allowed to stay? Because I think that's what Alice is saying.
Yeah.
If you're setting a precedent for the future.
Right. Well, what I'm saying, nobody's going to come across, so they won't come. They won't stay because they're not going to come across. They will not. You see? Okay. Yeah. I know how to do it. There's going to be nobody will come across.
Are you going to put up a fence, or what's your strategy for not allowing anyone to come across?
Well, you put up a fence, but usually, I saw it on Facebook somewhere. There was about 1,000 people across the the fence in San Diego. I think it was San Diego, in Tijuana. 1,000. So the fence won't do nothing. Fences won't do nothing. They come across. I saw them on TV. Cameras with our immigration cameras. Yeah, they looked at.
We're running out of time. We've been given here a notice. Are there any other issues that are really important to you that is on your platform?
Oh yeah.
You want to tell us?
Yeah, real quick. Got lots of stuff here. Well, if you could please donate to Caesar's campaign, PO Box 52920, Mesa, Arizona 85209. Really appreciate it because it takes a lot of money to run for president. Okay. How much time we got?
30 seconds.
Yeah. So thank you for letting me speak here today. I love my country, love this nation with every fiber in my heart, and love the American people. And if you vote in your campaign contributions,
Caesar, we're going to have to cut you off. We'll come back. Stay tuned for more of the Chips and Salsa show.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was
very interesting.
If Antonio wasn't here, let's just bring Caesar back.
Yeah.
Did you know that most people
Yeah, 'cause
think they're using
Antonio-
a capacity for their kid, but
We'd like to speak
Yeah.
some stuff.
Okay.
I want a little bit more details on the border. How do you stop them if the fences are going to stop them? Maybe that.
I was interested that you were using the phrase "anchor babies," given that
So people understand.
yeah, because Trump has come under a lot of controversy recently for there's so many articles about just that phrase.
Well, that's a phrase that people understand.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I think a lot of people, especially that support them to stay as citizens, are trying to refer to them in a different manner, not as anchor
I have to
babies.
find a way to, yeah.
Okay, I just got a text
I
from
don't know.
Antonio,
I'll
and
just-
he
I'll
just
just have
got
to find
tied
a
up
way
in
to
the church, so
make it-
he's not going to make it.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just keep you.
Okay, thank
we're
you.
still going to kind of say who he is.
Yeah.
And
Were you in the military?
So
I don't speak.
well, I do want to say that that's an awesome time. That's very
That is a great time. That is a great
so
time.
Loops is going to bring it in, and
That's
we're going to introduce One Truth. So maybe she could switch it to you. So you can do the One Truth.
Okay.
I think.
One true.
Yeah,
Coming in.
Do you want
So you want Luke to bring it in?
Yeah, let's bring it in.
Yeah.
And then switch it to you. You bring in one.
Three of your brothers or
Bring it
something?
in.
What song are we gonna do? The same one?
Inferno.
Yeah.
I don't have.
You don't have the app?
So what are you gonna do for the military moment?
Well, we could just. If you don't have the song, we'll just.
Well, I have it. I just don't know why it's not in the player.
Bring them into the time, and then I'm gonna do the commercial for One Tree. And Alice is gonna give you a commercial that
Does this sound familiar? You have some credit card debt that you're struggling to pay each month, and
We
you
good with that.
already
So
called
60
one
seconds here.
prices and advertising.
Inferno.
So we'll do Inferno.
So Inferno.
And now
Who's coming in? So how we gonna do this?
Luke's
So
coming in,
Who's gonna bring it in?
and then Alice will do the commercial.
And you'll toss it to me, and then we'll do the
is
Inferno.
that kind of what you're going
That
to
work for you?
Well,
we should
it's time
go
for you to
opposite.
just
Come in with the one true. You know how we do? Just kind of let it play. Say, hey, we're back. Salsa is one true. I'll let it play. You come back in, fill in whatever more information, and then toss it.
Okay, then we'll toss it to you, and then you could introduce us as Chips and Salsa.
Yeah, and then you can introduce it and bring it back to me.
Yeah, and then
Alright, in about 10 seconds. Everybody stand by.
Credit card will help you reduce your debt. Call 1-800-213-8457. That's 1-800-213-8457. Call right now.
And we are back. Thank you so much for listening to the Chips and Salsa show here with Alice Slada, Loops, and Augie, and George. And I guess we're going to get back to you in just a moment, presidential candidate, Cesar Cisneros. But that was One Truth we were listening to. The song was Inferno. And they are our wonderful sponsor here for the Chips and Salsa show. And we're hoping you're going to come, George, right? We're going to come to the studio soon. I know we'll be calling in when we do our KFNX show next Friday, right?
yeah, I think JC is going to come down with his promoter, and not this week, but in the future, and be on the show. Probably on both shows, the Saturday show and the Friday show. And you just heard Inferno, right?
It's a
Yeah,
great band.
it's a great song. It's one of their songs. They have like 6 songs now, and you can listen to them on iTunes and Facebook, and they're a very good group, and they are our sponsors, and them and Vet Ads. So I'm going to turn it over to Miss Loops.
Okay. Good afternoon. Thank you again, and welcome back to Chips and Salsa here with Alice, George, Augie, and myself, Loops. And we were just talking a little bit with our official president. We just announced Cesar Cisneros. Again, welcome.
Well, thank you very much. I'm glad to be here again.
Let's continue with the integration.
Well, again, can you give us a different take on the immigration? I mean, I understand that you were saying that you have a solution for solving the issue at the borders, but do you think that what you have in mind, and I understand that you're keeping that to yourself, but I think that the community and the country needs to know what your idea is, so they have a better understanding as, to see if this is the person that they want the country to be represented by.
See, a lot of these candidates, they say that they're going to secure the border, right? They always say they're going to secure the border, but they don't tell you how they're going to do it. They always say that we're going to build a fence. In order to reform immigration, we got to build a fence first so they don't cross it. That's all they say. They don't tell you detail. Well, I'm going to secure the border, but I'm president. That's what I'm going to do. There's stuff that you can't say right now. No, you have to wait. See, and but it will be secured, 100%.
Okay, so I have to ask you. So you're up on, let's say you're up on the debate floor. We had the debate. We got the top 8 or 9, and someone asks you this question, is that what you're going to say? I'm not going to say what I'm going to do. You're going to have to just wait and see. I'm sorry, I have to be hard on you. But isn't that kind of like a Nancy Pelosi? She says, you're going to have to pass the bill to find out what's in it.
Right, yeah.
Come on, you're not a
It's going to
Democrat,
be-
Caesar. You're a Republican.
I know, but it's going to, in the meantime, for now, it's going to be a little surprise. A little surprise. Yeah.
Okay.
But it's going to be completely sealed.
All right,
It'll be sealed from Brownsville, Texas, all the way to Tijuana or San Diego, California. And not only that, but we're going to seal both oceans, Atlantic and Pacific, and the skies. There, in the skies. So, see, this is this.
But how?
These are the
I'm sorry, I'm laughing.
Yeah, I know.
I'd like to know your secret.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it sounds like you have an idea,
I
but
have a good idea.
but it's just without you sharing it, it does make me chuckle a little, because I don't know.
Chuckle a little. That's an
Okay,
interesting-
that was quite a bit. All right, fine. Laugh a lot.
Okay, well, what I do want to let the audience know, Caesar, is you are kind of a native son from Arizona. You are from Mesa. You're a truck driver, and you go cross country. What we want to do is give you a chips and salsa banner so you can let the world know about your chips and salsa show. What do you think about that idea, guys?
I think that's great.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, we'll put it there.
So immigration is important, but what's the next big issue that you think is just vital?
Okay. Well, concerning national security, immigration, this is part of national security. See, well, Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, that's going to be open for business. Okay? I think Mr. Obama wants to close it, but the president's going to be open. Okay, that needs to be open. Our military, of course, our military is a top priority. Those are my heroes, the soldiers. They sacrifice their lives for us, so we can be free here in America. Okay. Other things like
Do you have a military background, Susan?
no, I never served in the military. I have 3 brothers who served in the army, and my daughter who served 8 years in the army. We took care of her children while she served 8 years in the military. Okay, so her children, we raised them. And they still live with us. Okay, but she served 8 years in the military.
And as part of the military model, we usually have a one thing for their service.
Yes, right. Yeah, it's see, our soldiers. I mean, without our soldiers sacrificing their lives, we wouldn't be here. Freedom is not free. Somebody had to lose their life. You know, there's 1,400,000 who lost their lives. So in order for us to live free here in America, okay. So the other one is the economy. People will pay less taxes from the president. Okay. For example, corporations will pay 25% tax. In fact, they pay right now 35%. Okay. And we need to abolish the IRS. Okay. It has to be abolished. I think those people are what they did last time to the Republican Tea Party people. That was not good. When the people are afraid of the government, it's time to do something. Like who like shut down the IRS. Okay? I mean, I bet all of you here are afraid of the IRS. Okay.
If you abolish the IRS, what would be how would you replace the revenue that comes into this great country?
Right. Okay. See, we all buy stuff, right? We all buy cars. We all buy appliances. We all buy TVs. We all buy tires. We all buy fuel, right? That's a way to collect revenue, right? And not only us, but all of us, all 320 million of us, when they buy stuff, they're gonna contribute to collect revenue.
So you're talking about a retail sales tax, right? And what would you make them? How much would you make them?
We'll have to figure it out. We have to figure that out, but that's the way we're gonna do it to abolish the IRS.
So you would increase the sales tax in that case.
Yeah, whatever it takes to get rid of the IRS, to balance it, because this way, we all will be paying taxes, all 320 million of us, you see, right? Make sense?
Everybody.
On what we purchase.
Even
So
the,
you get rid of the earned income credit and everything. So you don't have the IRS.
right, yeah, that's right. That's the way to collect the taxes to replace to abolish the IRS. Okay? Right?
I kind of like that because I don't like paying taxes. So.
No, you will pay taxes when you pay
George
stuff.
is the first one to
No,
admit.
when you buy shoes, buy shirts, you know, you buy your car, whatever. That's you're gonna pay taxes. When that person over there, or that family, you know, we're all there's poor and rich here in America, right? You know, and again, there's a lot of people who don't pay taxes. You know that,
So
right?
you would keep a corporate tax,
Yeah, they pay 25%.
and then everybody else would pay retail tax. You no longer have an income tax or anything.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. We'll have to figure that out a little more. Okay, we'll have to work on that. But anyway, let's see. Very good thought. Got a bunch of stuff in my mind.
It's taken out of the list.
Yeah, got a list here. We got a list off. No death taxes when people die. You know, they leave a lot of money to their children. Okay.
Not for that.
Yeah.
Here, here.
You can keep all your money. Okay. Iran, you know Iran right now. We got no Iran deals. You guys, you know they like they shout death to America, right? We got to protect Israel. Those are our friends. That's what people America. The Jewish people. I love the Jewish people. I love them. And so marriage between a man and a woman. You know, that should be all these nation is really going down morally. The morals, and that's why you know we're suffering. And all this. How much time?
Yeah,
1
we're
minute,
down to
1 minute.
1 minute.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll raise the minimum wage. Okay. Make $10 to start. That help the poor. Okay. And I wanna thank you again for
Go ahead and give your website out.
it's CaesarsCisneros.com. And you can go in there and contribute to the campaign, and also mail it to PO Box Caesar Cisneros Campaign, PO Box 52920 in Arizona 85209. And God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
Caesar, thank you very much for being on our show. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Caesar, for your voice.
And are you going to ramp up your campaign next year?
Got 10 seconds, George.
I mean, are you going to try to ramp it up?
I'm ramping it up. Oh yeah. We need volunteers. You go on my website, call my number, check with me, and we need volunteers. It's gonna take a lot of hard work, you know, a lot of help. We need a lot of help.
Sounds great. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Okay.
Muchas gracias.
Sí, gracias.
Y hablo español también.
Ah, right. You guys
There
just
you
said
go.
that.
We need a president to talk.
I'm gonna remember
Habla
to
español.
take all my stuff out there so I'm not scrambling.
Ah, sí,
Oh.
So how many hours
Ready,
are you putting into your candidacy right now? Like, are you every week?
As many as I can.
I mean, because you're still working, right?
Yeah, I'm still working. Campaign all over the country. All over.
Moms of America, stand
Where I
up
go,
and stop taking
Try to
advantage
speak in front of groups and
I try to do that.
So you drive a truck and then you'll go to another place and then you'll speak there.
Yeah, so they need to call me. When people call me.
Now for details, call 800-349-8441.
Groups together.
800-349-8441.
Yeah.
800-349-8441.
This is our last break, George. I'm gonna take the stuff out so we can have
Oh, okay.
Yes, Mom.
There's one more segment, but I think your part is good.
Here's another one.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sonia. We really appreciate it.
So anyway,
Oh, that's
wait,
luck.
Mom.
Yeah.
One second.
That's like
My
it's
friends keep
I'm
commenting
the
about
poorest
my
man running
comment.
for president.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
another one.
it's a tall order.
Oh my
Now,
God.
are you sure? Are you sure? With so much work, with so much money, that you don't want to get behind somebody else right now?
No.
No, what?
Have you thought about running for anything else other than president?
This weekend,
That's it. See that Donald Trump?
take your family to the forest.
Donald Trump, well, permit me last
Nothing
time.
in the world like
And,
experiencing
Ben
nature
Carson,
firsthand.
Charlie
Trees,
Theorina.
paths, bluebirds,
These people,
streams, getting
no,
closer to nature.
no public company,
gets
never
you
held
closer
public
to your
office.
family.
Right?
To find a forest nearest you.
But they probably
The only thing they got to do is be more than money.
Sponsored by the
That's
U.S.
the only
Forest Service and the
I got better ideas than that.
But it, I
I
mean,
think they got here.
Do you have student loans?
But I don't think any of them are gonna win.
Your payments? Stop worrying. Now,
No,
direct
some will
student
win.
loans.
You hit it right.
that's a great answer.
Yeah, me.
There you go.
Oh, 1 minute.
That's a great answer.
Keep us posted on your campaign.
I want to be elected just so I can hear your border security plan.
Okay.
know.
Are you going to take us out to eat?
Yeah, we're going to eat.
Sure.
No.
Alright.
I could use a free meal.
I'll wait here.
Is this Sarah's campaign?
You can tell. Could you tell Byron wants to come in?
Yeah, you want to come in?
We help thousands of people just like you.
I lost it. I could have lost it.
100% guaranteed.
Oh my gosh. It was
I don't want to look at you because
he
I
set
know
it up so perfectly. Like he's like, well, all these other people are just saying all they're gonna do is secure the border. He's like,
10 seconds.
I'm gonna secure the border. Maybe he'll give us. Welcome back.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening to the Chips and Salsa
Friday night.
Show. Alice Lada is here with George Ortiz.
I like run.
Gotcha. Also, Mr.
Hello.
And Loops is here.
That's fun, thank you.
We're going to get that music back for you.
And you will be listening to Martin Gonzalez on Fridays. And he will be back with us as the three or four amigos. I don't know how many amigos we're gonna have. We're gonna have a lot of amigos.
What we're gonna do? We're gonna do the Mocha Mocha just so our guys know out there. We're gonna have the three of us: Martin, myself, and George. Now, from time to time, we hope that Loops is gonna join us and August
A
will join
little
us.
spice to that guacamole.
Right on. Get your guac on.
And we may change the
Change the water.
guacamole, the mocajete. We'll change
Shakira.
it.
That's a Shakira song.
We're gonna change the mocajete in the future and add more.
He's
So-
gonna secure the guacamole.
Secure the Secure the guacamole. Yeah. It's been a good show, a crazy show. Let's keep. We should have mentioned dead ads. We didn't have our military money this time
Right.
because Antonio was going to be. Antonio got stuck at the church, and he's been a guest on before. He's got a mission, a mission. So next time he's on, we'll tell you a little bit more about that. Just we still have enough. That's why we got to do this second show, right, George?
Yeah, we need to stretch this one out to 2 hours, I guess. You know?
It could happen.
I
And
know.
for anybody listening to, if you'd like to listen to more of my voice, maybe you say,
Julian
"How
would
many
like
hours?" I'm going to be on the Terry Gilbert show, also on KFYI this evening for Terry's Talkers. That'll be about 9 o'clock.
Way to go, Alice.
Terry's Talker.
Yeah, please like our Facebook page as well. We're trying to get to 1,000 likes.
What's the number now?
We're at about what? It's 6:39. 6:30.
Yeah, I just went up one today because it was 6:38, and we've got 8 likes just this week alone. So every week, man, we just jump 7, 6, 8, and it's amazing. People are just climbing on board. This is a love train we have here.
It's so true. And now what we'd like to do is, I'm going to get Julian to tee him up for the music for our show here. Are you ready for the Red show? You're not? Okay, well, that's okay. Usually what we do, we have some music for our Reverend Myron Jackson. It's the James Brown, Get On Good Feet. Maybe we should just have you sing it. What about that?
I can pray, I can preach, but I don't sing.
You don't sing?
No, I don't sing.
Augie's a singer.
Well, go ahead and sing, Marvin.
I can't sing James Brown.
No, I can't sing James Brown and Brown James and nobody else.
Right after, you know what, we didn't even get to talk about the shooter. And I don't know, we'll probably talk about that in the show, Myron Jackson.
Okay.
Are you going to talk about the shooter on the show?
We will. You're going to be here for
Or
a
to
minute.
save our Mexican shooter on the show?
Okay, we'll have a guest tonight. She's moved here recently from California. Her name is Lupe, and she's a good Hispanic, nice-looking Republican, conservative. So she's gonna be my special guest tonight.
Didn't know that, did you?
We're going to get a female's point of view of the different political and social issues that's in the news today. It's been going on this week.
You go, Loops.
I will do my best there, Myron. I'm a little surprised here, but thank you.
Well, don't thank me. let's thank CentralCityRadio.com.
There you go.
Mr. Julian Allison, owner, operator.
We should also say this is like if you want to do a show, if you're interested in doing one, you don't need to contact Julian because this is a neat little format. The studio is convenient. Julian does a great job. And if you want to just kind of get started out, you have something to say, don't you think? Oh, that's fun. Central City. You can call Julian in his office here at 480-776-5760. I'm going to give that out once again. 480-776-5760. He's got a Facebook site, Central City Radio, and it's just a really good opportunity. Mm-hmm. Are you pretty happy, Mark?
Oh, I'm very happy. I think that anyone out there, whether you are a minister, social activist, politician, one that's aspiring to get involved in politics, and you need a platform, you need a voice. You can't afford, or you don't have a whole lot of money to go to one of these big stations. You can come here and be a part of the family at Central City. And the thing I like about this venue here is that internet radio. I'm not just being heard here in Phoenix or Maricopa County or state of Arizona or the United States of America. I'm being tapped into every country around the world by way of internet. So you hearing me. So you may not like what I'm saying here in Phoenix. You may not like what I say here in Arizona. But God bless. CentralCityRadio.com takes me where my voice needs to go to help those who need help.
You need to do a commercial for Chips and Salsa show too.
Well, Chips and Salsa is what brought me here.
There you go.
Had it not been for you and George, never would have came.
And you are officially the Salsa and Soul. Julian gave us that idea. Salsa and Soul. Next we'll have music after it. I want to thank our audience because we do have a following. We really do. And we wouldn't be here without you. We are still looking for sponsors. We'd love to have you be a part of the show. And I want to thank Augie for coming out tonight. It's always great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
Oops, you too. I know you're going to be on the Red Show too.
Thank you. Likewise, thank you. It was great being here.
And George and I just keep, and Martin will be in Friday's show.
Oh, we're going to be rocking on Friday, people. Rocking, and then we'll come back again on Saturday, next Saturday. We're going to be rocking, right? It'll be Friday and then Saturday. And it's going to be just a rocking weekend.
So stay tuned, visit Facebook for more of the Chips and Salsa show. Good night. Have a great weekend.
Buenas noches.
Buenas noches.
What happened to La Bamba?